Check out the shirts I used to wear.
The whole concept of like doing something on YouTube, and I did not have any clue this would happen 5, 6 years ago.
I remember this. So, Caitlin, my editor, said, "Why don't we do go back in time and have a look at when we started YouTube?" And she's gone and pulled up all these videos from way back for me to watch again. And this one, I was still working my day job here, and I can't believe I was wearing that shirt. Gee, I look skinnier too, far out. But that's in the shipping container at Brooksy's yard that we made. This is where we started, well, pretty much.
It was May 2014 I bought my Y62 STL. I had no idea back then that it was going to turn into this. But that's why I'm recording this, so in another 5 or 6 years I can come back and just, have a look.
So, yeah, it's been... since that video, it's probably been about 5 years, and it's probably time to come back and have a look at what has happened. I cannot believe how YouTube has totally changed my life, to the point where the amount of new friends I've got, I bought that Series 1 STL, probably spent more than I wanted to at the time. Said to Sharon that, this is the car for life. We'll buy this and that's it. So and I've done that again since. But it's gone from, even doing installs in my garage in the early days to Brooksy's yard here. So I'd do my day job in 9 to 5. Then at night time, or in between, I'd duck in and do bits and pieces. But then at night time, Pete and I went and shipped out all the orders, and it was all handwritten con notes, that sort of thing. And we used to leave them out under this sort of area and hope the courier picked them up the next day, because no one was there to monitor it. And hope we didn't get stolen or wet or anything like that as well.
But yeah, YouTube, if you're gonna somehow become a YouTuber and say, I'm gonna quit my job one day because of it, you have to wrap a business model around it.
Yep, that worked. So, Dash Off Road started, then DNA started in Adelaide, then fast forward a bit, we were at Eddie, the workshop there, which is 270 square metres. We moved to what we call Sally in Salisbury. That was 500 square metres. That run out of space in exactly 1 year, and we kicked Dash out of Workshop 2, moved him to Workshop 5, and then we took over Workshop 1 and 2. Then at the same time of all that happening, we were trying to duplicate what we had in Adelaide and other states. So we started Lansdale, 4x4 DNA. Then about 6 months after that, we started Melbourne 4x4 DNA. Then Lansdale closed and Jandakot 4x4 DNA opened. It's been a roller coaster the whole way. And then the economy changed, so we closed Workshop 2 in Adelaide, and now we're getting busy again. It's a crazy roller coaster that started with just Matt and I, and Steve and I, and now there's about, I think, just under 30 people if you add all the team up together. I'm still mind blown. Have a look at this. Some of the videos, like this one. That's buffering. This video has done something like 250,000 views, as if that would happen. It was the craziest day ever, probably the craziest time I've ever had with my Y62, and it's a journey and an adventure that I couldn't have had unless I got into this YouTube thing. Well, I'm not sure if I would have had, put it that way. The people I've met through the Y62 community, that's really what's carried all this through, have taken me all over Australia. So Glasshouse Mountains, I've done Menai in New South Wales, Vic High Country, everything I can think of in South Australia I've done. Now starting to go Western Australia and did the Powerline tracks. And Darwin, the event we put up there at Litchfield National Park, trucked the Y62 up there for it. That was an incredible experience. Dare I say USA. you know, we've starting to get around the Australian map, but maybe it's time to, you know, get bigger. We've got a partner over there, Campsite 204. So the next thing could be, you know, that they sell 30,000 Armadas a year in America compared to our 7,000 or something that we do in Australia. That could be massive in the USA. We just don't know. I think it's worth talking about the characters that have come into the channel. And this is kind of like I've had a lot of fun being part of all of this. So Steve was the first character to come in, and what a character to come in and be the expert of Y62 when he was learning with me at the same time as everyone else about these cars. But now through experience, like he comes in and just brings something extra. It's like I'll say something, but no one really believes me because I'm just a YouTuber. But then when Steve says it, it has to be true because he's so absolute about what he knows about these cars. Matt Webber from Wheeling Webber, who started Dash Off-Road with me, he's been part of the channel as well around all the Jimny content, all the opening all the stores, and generally just having a blast all over the country. He's come around everywhere with me too, and a character on the channel. Then we were like the people that have created like these little cult sub-brands, like through I think what started in my YouTube channel and then like went out and did their own thing. So there's like Ilya with Dirty 62. That is now an iconic vehicle, Y62 in the industry. There's not another one like it. Come back, Ilya. Whatever happened there. And it really showed you get on a YouTube channel, then you can create an Instagram and get your own sort of, you know, I guess influence there as well. A special mention to George Off-Road Tavern. He's got to be in there. Tough 62's come on heaps of stuff with us. And that's, again, he's had two amazing Y62s that have just lived the Tough 62 brand. And now that's a big Instagram thing as well. Wobble 62, old mate. Like it seems there's a pattern of you get on YouTube, you know, one of the YouTubers, could be me or other one, you get yourself a number plate, you get some bush barriers, start your Instagram page and off you go. And it's not just about like influence or fame, it's a load of fun doing that. And I think all the people that have gone and, you know, built their little Insta pages off the back of, you know, Y62s have all had a blast doing it because you end up meeting people and going out and you get recognised and it's really cool. You know, you get 15 Y62s going through Beachport with all the bush barriers on and like heads turn. It's grown the Y62 community, not just like what I've done. I mean, like YouTube plus what I've done, plus all the people, plus bush barrier, plus the passion. The community has really pushed me and Dash along and 4x4 DNA, and like I'm so appreciative that now I've got this life where I've been able to travel. I've been able to build my dream cars. So, you know, we obviously STL 298 is where it all started. That was definitely built on a budget in my garage, and I brought the camera along with me, and you saw my dodgy vinyl wrapping and everything else I did on that car, the electrical. Then the Dash 62 that we've got now, the Series 5 TIL, that has had that many prototype parts put on it. I can count at least 4 sets of sliders. I couldn't count how many exhausts. It would have had 10 different exhausts put on it. It's at least 3 different roof racks, at least 3 different rear bars. The suspension has been done. I've had every coil you could think of, coil delete, auto leveling, back to coils, different types of onboard air systems. Like that poor car has been pulled apart. You go to take a panel off now and the clips barely hold on. I should talk about NP56, which was the dragged on forever. That was the V8 5.6 litre going into a MP300 Navara. Epic build, and it's just on the cusp of being engineered. You know, in principle has all been signed off. Now it's just the paperwork coming through, but that's an engineered 5.6 litre V8 in a Navara. How cool is that? We should talk about the Jimny. This has got to be one of the craziest Jimnys in Australia, the way it's got these super flex coils in it, and it's like a little caterpillar that goes over everything you put in front of it. The tank, not highly modified, but that didn't need to be highly modified. It just goes really well with a set of tyres and, you know, springs and shocks. But it's all of these platforms have enabled us to build parts for those cars. And like I said, if you're going to be a YouTuber, you have to wrap a business model around it. And that's what's happened. We've been able to go and buy those cars, develop the parts for it, and then the circle keeps turning. Which brings me to Y63. You know, it's going to be different when that comes out, because it's not just going to be little old Dash Off-Road and a handful of others. All the big players have got orders in for this. They're probably going to be, you know, flying to Dubai to get the first look at it, or 3D CAD scan. The marketplace is going to be very different, and I just wonder, like, we could all those car vehicles that I was talking about, we could have that cult status, because, you know, Y62s, it was the underdog. Everyone thought they were rubbish. The little Jimny that could, everyone hates the tank until they drive it. The Y63, when it comes in, I think everyone's going to be on top of it. Are we going to be able to build a cult around Y63? I don't know. We'll just have to get it and see what happens. But, you know, I've got one on order. Samurai. What a privilege it's been to be able to build Samurai, to put the best of everything we know into a car, build it, and then put it up for sale. And the day that thing drives out of here, I'm going to cry, because I love that car. It's the way Nissan should have built it, and I couldn't have had the opportunity to build it if I didn't have all these people, you know, that have partnered with us, worked with me, and then it just got this car to an amazing point. It's been such a ride. Check this out. This is one of my favourite videos.
Could have gone the other way.
This is Sharon driving up Billy Goat's Bluff at Bendelby Ranges. And I've realised in this video, I've talked about all the characters, but really the main character next to me is Sharon. She's either in the driver's seat or behind the camera generally. And she has put up with me doing this for 10 years now. The amount of hills I've made her crawl up to get the shot, or go back and do it again. You know, go to the point, set up the camera, or she holds the camera, I reverse back, then we drive forward again just so we can get the shot. And she puts up with me and my family doing all this stuff. And I keep saying I want to open stores and do this, and I'll take all the money out of our home loan and do it to, you know, buy the next Samurai or whatever thing we're playing with. So I've got to thank my wife, Sharon. And one of the funniest comments I think I've seen someone write on one of the YouTubes is, if you shut your eyes and listen to Sharon behind the camera, it sounds like a different type of film. I'll let you work that out. But the comments that happen in these videos, and all the fans, we've almost hit 10 million, or it's 9 million something or other views on the channel now, which blows me away. Totally blows me away. That's like, a third of Australia has watched one of my videos. And the haters come in there too, and believe it or not, YouTubers need haters, and even social media needs haters, because generally they point out the things that we do wrong and it makes us better. But what it also does is all the promoters jump on and beat up the haters for us, and that creates engagement and elevates the channel. So if you're a hater watching this, thank you, you've helped me as well. Now I need to sum all this up, because we're getting on in the video. YouTube was a side hustle from my day job, and I think everyone should have a side hustle. If you're doing a day job, you should be trying to do something else as well. YouTube is like the answer to everything, if you ask me. If you own your own business, you should be doing YouTube, because that's where it is. That's where all the action is. That's where all the marketing is. You need to be on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube right now, whatever you're doing, I think you should try and be on YouTube. So it absolutely changed my life, and this video is to say thank you, but also to see if someone else can get as much out of YouTube as what I've got out of YouTube, because it really has given me more friends, more fun, more money, more experiences, more travel. It's done it all, and I enjoy it every day. It's not a job. All right, this one's out. I'll see you next time on YouTube. Yeah.